What if your adorable pet, the one you cuddle with every night, is secretly making you sick? We love our pets, their family. We share our homes, our lives, and sometimes even our beds with them. But what if that closeness comes with a hidden cost? What if the way we show our love is actually putting our health and theirs at risk? The truth is, some of the most common habits among pet owners could be opening the door to a world of invisible dangers. We're about to uncover some shocking truths about pet hygiene in Britain that might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about living with your furry best friend. Stick around, because what you're about to hear could change the way you care for your pet forever. We British are a nation of animal lovers. Our pets are our confidants, our exercise buddies, and our furry children. We shower them with affection, and for many, that means letting them become a fully integrated part of the family. But a recent eye-opening survey has pulled back the curtain on our hygiene habits, and the results are, well, they're pretty shocking. The data reveals a startling disconnect between our deep love for our pets and our understanding of the health risks involved. It turns out that a significant number of us are engaging in practices that could be harmful. We're not talking about a small minority here. We're talking about habits that are surprisingly common across the country. It is time to ask a tough question. Is our love for our pets blinding us to some serious hygiene blunders? We're going to dig into the numbers, explore the real-life stories behind them, and find out what's really going on in the homes of Britain's pet owners. Let's dive straight into the data that left researchers stunned. Prepare yourself, because this first statistic is a big one. A staggering 44% of British pet owners admit to sleeping with their pets in their beds. That's nearly half of us. We see it all over social media. Cute pictures of a dog snuggled under the duvet or a cat purring on the pillow. It seems like the ultimate sign of affection. But when you stop to think about where your pet's paws have been all day, walking on pavements, digging in the garden, sniffing who knows what in the park, bringing them into your bed suddenly seems less cozy and a lot more contaminated. And it doesn't stop there. The survey also found that a third of all pets in Britain are never, ever washed. That's right. A third of our furry companions are going through their entire lives without a single bath. Imagine all the dirt, pollen, and environmental grime that accumulates in their fur over months or even years. All of that gets transferred onto our carpets, our sofas, and if you're in that 44%, your bed sheets. But perhaps the most jaw-dropping statistic of all is this. 18% of owners let their pets eat from the family plates. That almost 1 in 5 households where the dog or cat is sharing cutlery or licking the same dishes we use. Think about the bacteria present in a pet's mouth. While the old myth that a dog's mouth is cleaner than a human's has been thoroughly debunked, many people still seem to believe it. Sharing plates is a direct route for transferring germs from your pet to you. We spoke to Sarah, a dog owner from Manchester who used to think nothing of it. She told us, "Alfie would always look at me with those big, sad eyes when I was eating. I'd let him lick the plate clean when I was done. It felt harmless, like a little treat for him." Sarah's story is a common one. These habits aren't born from neglect, but from a place of love and a desire to bond. The problem is, this love is often coupled with a lack of awareness about the potential consequences. Many owners simply ignore basic hygiene rules, not out of malice, but because they've never been taught the risks. And those risks are very real. This isn't just about being a little bit grossed out. The potential health dangers lurking behind these habits are serious. We're talking about zoonotic diseases, illnesses that can be transmitted from animals to humans. Dr. Eleanor Vance, a veterinarian and public health expert, explains, "When we neglect basic pet hygiene, we create a perfect breeding ground for bacteria like Salmonella and Campylobacter, which can cause severe gastrointestinal illness in humans. We also see parasites like roundworms and tapeworms being passed on, especially to children who are more likely to put their hands in their mouths after petting an animal." These aren't just rare worst-case scenarios. They happen, And it gets even more alarming. Poor hygiene can contribute to the spread of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, or superbugs. When a pet has a minor infection and shares saliva or comes into close contact with its owners, these resistant strains can be transferred, making future human infections much harder to treat. Your pet could be an asymptomatic carrier, meaning they show no signs of illness themselves, but they can still pass these dangerous pathogens on to you and your family. The cozy image of a pet-friendly home can quickly turn into a health hazard if we're not careful. The invisible world of germs doesn't care how much you love your pet. Let's listen to Mark, a cat owner from London. He ended up with a nasty skin infection that doctors initially struggled to diagnose. After weeks of tests, they traced it back to a fungal infection commonly carried by cats, ringworm. "My cat, Mittens, never goes outside, so I just assumed she was clean," Mark said. "I never washed her bedding, and she slept on my pillow every night. The doctor told me it was the most likely source. I was horrified. I love her to bits, but I unknowingly put my health at risk." Mark's story is a powerful reminder that even indoor pets need proper hygiene. It's not just about what they bring in from the outside, it's about managing the bacteria and parasites that can naturally live on their skin and in their bodies. These stories aren't meant to scare you into getting rid of your pet. They are a wake-up call. We need to shift our perspective from seeing hygiene as a chore to seeing it as a fundamental act of love and responsibility for both our pets and ourselves. The truth is, keeping your pet clean is just as important as feeding them and taking them for walks. It's all part of the package of responsible pet ownership. So, what are we actually dealing with here? Let's be specific. When your dog licks your face, it's not just a kiss. It's a transfer of saliva that can contain bacteria like Pastorella, which can cause skin infections, or Bartonella, the bacteria behind cat scratch disease. When you let your pet sleep in your bed without regular bathing, you're potentially sharing your sheets with fleas, ticks, and the microscopic eggs of intestinal worms. These parasites can cause everything from itchy bites to serious diseases like Lyme disease or toxopariasis, which, in rare cases, can lead to vision loss. The risk is amplified for the most vulnerable among us: young children, the elderly, and anyone with a compromised immune system. For them, a simple lick or a cuddle with an unwashed pet can lead to a serious infection. It's a sobering thought, but one we must confront. The health of your entire family could be resting on hygiene habits you've never even thought to question. This isn't about creating fear. It's about empowering you with knowledge. Because once you understand the risks, you can take simple, effective steps to mitigate them and ensure your home is a safe, healthy, and happy place for everyone, two-legged and four-legged alike. Okay, that was a lot to take in, and it's easy to feel alarmed. But don't panic. The goal here is not to make you afraid of your pet. It's to empower you to be a better, more responsible owner. The good news is that protecting yourself and your family is straightforward. It all comes down to a few simple, consistent habits. First, create a regular bathing routine for your pet. How often depends on their breed, lifestyle, and skin condition, so ask your vet for a recommendation. It doesn't have to be a daily chore, but never is not an option. Second, wash your hands. Always wash your hands with soap and water after petting your animal, after feeding them, and especially after cleaning up their waste. Third, set some boundaries. As hard as it may be, your bed and your dinner plate should be off limits. Give your pet its own cozy bed and its own dedicated food bowls. Finally, keep up with their preventative health care. Regular vet checkups, deworming, and flea and tick treatments are non-negotiable. They are your first line of defense. By embracing these simple practices, you can enjoy all the love and joy a pet brings into your life, without any of the hidden health risks. It's about being smart, being clean, and being the best pet parent you can be. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into a topic that is so important for our health and our pets' well-being. I hope this has been eye-opening and, more importantly, helpful. If you found this video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and share it with other pet owners you know. And for more content that helps you live a better, healthier life with your furry friends, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Stay safe and give your pet a hug for me. Just remember to wash your hands afterward. See you in the next video.